Reinforcing discussion. Someone had asked about the rules of thumb and reinforcing and how often you do it, and I think I had replied that, the rule of thumb is like 2 feet in either direction. You wind up having a reinforcing bar. This is an old church window. Lady bought it somewhere. She wants to use it in her house. I just replaced a couple of pieces, did a couple of patch jobs on it. I put zinc around the outside, okay, because someone else is going to install this. I don't know where she's going to use it. I'm not going to be installing it. She has to be able to pick it up, take it home, and someone else will install this. Now, you'll see it's got, I don't know if you get in the picture, it's bar, 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 bar. Now, in this case, because all of these straight lines, they ran the bar along the straight lines. When this is installed properly, okay, if it's installed properly, is the thing, that it would go up against the stop on the outside. And they would also, this is something that I made to help set bars on the back of windows to hold it up straight. So I'm not using pliers to hold something. Now what they would do is notch out the wood, okay, so that, and notch it down completely, so that this is covered by the wood. The stop is holding in the window. Okay. If it's not installed properly, then your reinforcing just becomes dead weight. And part of this is the wind bar, because you've got wind load pushing against the window from the outside. If it doesn't have something in there, that's one reason why it sags. Now this one was done really nice. You see, they curved the rebar to go around the circle instead of just across it. In some cases, you may not have that option. I've seen them done both ways. Okay. One of the other ways to reinforce things, and I don't do a lot of large copper foil windows. If I'm making something large, I'm more than likely going to do it out of lead. This is a remnant from an old church window. Okay, and this one had this thin piece of steel that ran inside the cane. You see that? Okay. Now this is fine for straight lines. I'm not too sure. I've run into this in European windows. I'm not sure how it would work on curves. Obviously it wasn't inside any of these curves. Now that's one way. The other way, now this is an old Ed Hoy catalog from like 2015, and this is just for a picture. Okay, this is another way of reinforcing lead. It's a thin brass strip inside the heart of the lid. Okay, the other way, if you're doing copper foil windows, well, how do you reinforce those? You can have bars on the inside. A lot of people use this strong line, which is coated steel, copper plated steel. Okay. The other way is this is Cascade Restrip. Okay, and this goes in between the 2 pieces of copper foil glass, so you solder over the top of it, and that's your reinforcing. Now people go, well, why? Okay, you wind up wanting to have, like in a copper foil window or even a lead cane window sometimes, to alleviate hinge point. Now this is an example of a hinge line. Okay, it can fold this way or it can fold this way. So if your window's standing up, you're putting your restrip in here, okay, so it's not going to fold this way. Of course, it does still runs the danger of that, but it depends on what you're using around the outside edge. Okay, that's something that you have to look at. If you're doing a piece with a lot of little pieces in it, and you're copper foiling and you're soldering, sometimes it doesn't need it, but it depends on the installation. It depends on the piece. I often try to do things not because it's easiest for me, because it's the best thing for the product that I'm making. So it's going to be a while before I have a window done that I'm going to be reinforcing to show you how I do that. So I thought I'd make this little video to show you guys, post on YouTube, and you can watch it to your heart's content. But that's kind of a discussion on reinforcing. Thank you. God bless and have a good day. Bye-bye.